Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, good
Am
evening,
I
sir.
visible? Am I visible and audible, sir?
Both are there.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Hello,
good evening,
yeah,
sir.
Surya Prakash. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone, sir. Good
Vanakkam,
evening,
vanakkam,
everyone.
ayya.
Vanakkam.
You are visible and audible, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to join again with you, especially after that LLC program. I again got an opportunity to be with you, especially on the TTT. So this is interesting. And we have been in this particular workshop for quite some time. We have been discussing so many aspects of trainers. Here, today morning only our GLT coordinator gave me this topic that is on document designing. Now, before I proceed with our topic, I want all the trainers to be ready with a piece of paper and a pen. If not, it's again yesterday's small game, like go pick it up and come. If just raise your hands if you hold a paper and a pen. It's not only the paper. I think it is good. Like we are going to design a document. So for that we need a kind of a paper and a pen, so that whenever what are the things we are going to discuss, that and all we will put it in the document. We are going to design a document at the end of the session. So I hope you will all be ready for it. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Shall we start, sir? Now,
Yeah, we can start.
document designing. What is a document? And why it is required for a trainer? And what is this document? Can anyone put it right? What is a document? Put it in the chat box. What is a document? This is going to be a simple one only. I'm not going to confuse more with lots of inputs. It's going to be a simple way of making a document. Why a trainer need a document? What is the purpose of a document? Any ideas? Any clues? Any tips? Hello, are we all there? My chat box is open. I'm not able to see anything, sir.
Yeah, it's coming now.
Beautiful. I think GLT coordinator may help me in just reading that chat so that we can put it in a nutshell.
Jersey Secondary is writing document is a text for future reference.
Wonderful, sir. It's a future reference. Okay, good.
Yeah, one more Rajkumar. It's an required data contains in it for information to others.
Information to others. Excellent.
Okay.
And why is it for a trainer? Okay, document we understood, but why is it for a trainer? Why do you want it? I think we are all in a sleepy mood. It's just 4 o'clock. It is very hot here in Chennai. After having a big lunch, heavy lunch, I know it's very difficult to sit in the class. Especially I see Surya Prakash is just moving his tummy here and there, keeping himself busy in rotating whatever has gone inside. Please don't mistake me, Surya Prakash, just for fun. Hello?
Yeah.
But why everybody is silent? Why everybody is silent?
No,
oh, did you mute, sir?
Yeah, they were muted.
Okay.
Only they can short. That's all.
Oh, okay, got it, sir. Okay, got it. Right, sir. Anyway, now let us see what we are going to learn today. The idea of the objectives of the today's session is understanding a document. What is a document? Why a trainer should know about a document? And also we are going to learn about the key components of a document. What are the components will be in the document? What are the components we are going to imbibe in the document? Then how to design a document. So these things we are going to see today. So before I get into it, so I just wanted to keep your minds fresh so that whatever we try to learn, we are going to implement in our future trainings. I know some of you are very smart. I know I've seen all your inputs in the LLC programs and all. Many of you are really well-trained trainers. So, but still it is a kind of, again, reminding ourselves, like what are the things we should do, especially as a trainer in preparing a document. Now, a document is just to put it, it is a lesson plan. You are a teacher, you are a trainer, you are going to train the people, you are going to train a group of people, you are going to train a group of students, you are going to train a group of participants. So before we go and present, we must have a plan. We call it as lesson plan. It's something like teaching in your classrooms. I think some of you are good, teachers, I think. So by profession, you are teachers. So I know you, I know it won't be a big problem for making a lesson plan. But for novice like us, few of us, it is a kind of plan. So a trainer needs a plan of what he is going to do in the classroom or in his training session. So it's just a plan. He is going to prepare in parts. So he will have a clear picture of what he is going to do. Now you can also say like it's a flow chart. What is a flow chart, sir? Can anyone chat? What is flow chart? Why you need a flow chart? Where it is applied? Where we talk about flow charts? Hello?
Yeah, it's going. Are you able to see this, sir, chart?
Yeah, it's a flow chart. Yeah, very good step-by-step process. Good, sir. Good, good, sir. When there is a change. Okay, right. It is a flow chart. Like you start from here and you end it here. So it's going to talk about, it's going to tell you about the beginning aspect of it and the ending part of it. So a document will be a flow chart like. Then the third one is, it's a hard copy of a mind map. You know, it is, see, we put everything in our minds. It is there inside. But these points which are in our minds should be put in a piece of paper in the form of a hard copy. So before we get into any kind of programs, when you make a budget, we just scribble it in a piece of paper, or we just use some kind of notebooks or some kind of odd material so that we put it in writing. It's a writing part of it. So it's a hard copy of a mind map. Whatever is in your mind, that is, before we go and take our training sessions, whatever is there in your mind, you're going to put it in a sequence. It is going to be in an order. So it's a kind of structure. So a document is nothing but it's a lesson plan. It's going to be in a flow chart manner. It's a hard copy which we are going to keep it for the future. Somebody said it will be useful for the future also. Yes. And also it is a structured way of training. How we are going to make our training session interesting. What are the things we should concentrate? So it's going to give you a structure. I hope you are clear with that. So a document is nothing. Again, remember this is going to be in your quiz. So it is something like a lesson plan, something like a flow chart, something like a hard copy and a structure. Anyone else who can put it in a different title, or can you say something else over this? I hope you must have got some idea about what is a document. So for a trainer, is there any other thing you can put it? You can write it. Draft, excellent. Visual, simplified, excellent. Excellent. It's a roadmap. Exactly. It is a roadmap. It is a roadmap. Okay, good, sir. Good. Now keep all these things in your mind. Before we start making our documents, we must be in a position. It's a data and information to be stored for reference. Excellent, sir. Excellent, sir. So now, before you prepare your document, have all these points in your mind so that when you make your document, that is going to be easy. That will be with good flow. Right. Now, what are the components of a document? What are the things you require for a document? What are the things which the basic components? See, there is lots of designs templates for documents, but let us try to, my point is, let us try to understand the basic concepts of a document. So I'm trying to put a few components which are essential for a document, right? So now the important thing, as we all know, when you are going to start a training session, see, I'm talking in both the terms, that is virtual as well as physical. So as a trainer, you should be prepared in both the aspects. That is, one is virtual as well as when you have a meeting like thing. So first is the title. This is very, very important. You decide your title, or you ask the need of what should be taught to the participants, and what is your role and what is expected out of you, and you design your title. If they give you the title, fine. Otherwise, you ask the program coordinator what his wants are, what his needs are. Accordingly, you prepare a title and be prepared with what are the things you can put it in the writing form. So first is title, then followed by the body. These are all very important things you must know. Number one, we start with the title. Then comes the body. So the body is very important. The body will have few small components also. Here we see the most important thing is, when you are trying to make a document, see, or you fix the objectives of that particular program or the particular talk you are going to give. Like, you can apply in both the forms of the thing, in both the forms. Like, you can use it in public speaking. Also, you can use it in your training sessions. So since you are a trainer, you are also a public speaker. So both the ways you can apply this. So number one, you must have under the body session objectives. So even in the title, when you start addressing with the title, we see that you can also bring in a precise or a small concise form of an idea about what you're going to talk. So here we will have in the body, we will have session objectives. You can divide it into 3 or 4 or 5 according to the requirement. So you will have objectives. At the end of the session, your participants or the people who are involved in your training should have got all these objectives achieved. So it's a kind of setting the goals. So session objectives are very important. Then comes under the session objectives, you will be having some headings and subheadings. You can give headings or subheadings. So the body will have all these things. Heading is different from title. Title is totally different. Heading is the inner concepts. Like, suppose you have a governor, district governor is the title. Then the headings, that is, you have different headings, roles of a district governor. Then subheadings can be under the roles. You will be dividing the title role with different thoughts you have, or the different roles he is going to play. So you will have headings. Also, they will carry subheadings. Then lists and bullet points. This, it, like when we prepare a PowerPoint presentation, we make lists, we make bullet points also. What is the difference between lists and bullet points? Any chat? Can anybody make a difference between lists and bullets? See, we have seen some of the PowerPoints which are made by our own trainers or somewhere else also. We confuse with lists and bullets. So we want to say 4 points. We just put number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Otherwise, we put it A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 5. Otherwise, we just put bullets. Both are same either way. Bullet means important points. Then what is list? Beautiful, sir. Beautiful. List to show the contents. Excellent, sir. Now let us keep it in mind. Lists are at random. Lists are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything is list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But bullets are generally used for mentioning hierarchy. Like number 1 is related to number 2. And number 2 is related to number 3. Number 3 is related to 4. So it is exactly, you must have a relation when you use bullet points. So that will be directly linked with the either the subheadings or the heading. So bullet point is generally used for hierarchy mentions, hierarchy places. List can be anything, 1, 2, 3, 5. When you go to kitchen, what are the things you need? You can put knife, you can have cutters, you can put oven, everything. That is list. But bullet points will be specific, and generally we use it for hierarchy. So keep it in mind. It's not very serious, like you put either, I mean, somebody is going to watch you whether you put lists or bullets. So, but this is a common thing which as trainers we are supposed to know. Then the third one, which is very important, conclusion. How you started with the title, the same way you have to conclude your presentation, conclude your training. So this also plays a major part. So now I want you to, I hope you have understood what are the main components of the document. One is you will have a title, then comes your body with session objectives, headings and subheadings will be there in the body, then comes your list and bullet points, then comes your conclusion. This is very, very wonderful, sir. Conclusion will have your session objectives. You will just finalize whether your objectives, when you started with the session objectives, whether we could end, we could finish in achieving the objectives. So conclusion should also be very precise. At the same time, it is going to be the summary of what you have been doing right from the beginning of the session till the end. Right. Now, also, these are all important learning activities. See, when you are going to present or when you are going to conduct a training program, you must also know there are few activities through which the participants or the people who are attending your training learn. So there are a few things which we are going to discuss now. These activities can be implemented in your program, or can be when you are making the document, you can include some of these activities also. Now let us see one by one. Number one is brainstorming. You know it, like we all being trainers, and many of you have been undergoing this experience right from the LLC course started. So it's a brainstorming is nothing but we keep getting ideas from each of us or whoever is there. So generally we do it. The brainstorming program is generally done in group discussion. And also in our virtual meetings, we have it in. Where do you go for a brainstorm? Someone can chat. We have a facility in virtual meetings. Excellent. Chat rooms. Then comes. Yeah, very good. So also there are some break rooms, like you have breakout rooms where 6 or 7 people go there and we have a brainstorming session. Then after 5 minutes, we come back to the main course. Same way you can have brainstormings in your document. What kind of brainstormings you are going to put it in your activities. Now I will let you know when we keep learning, we will understand where this brainstorming comes. Brainstorming is nothing but when you want to talk about a particular heading, or you want to stress, or you want to put the particular point, key point understood very well, you generally go for a brainstorming. So number 2. Then comes icebreakers. Icebreakers generally, to where we use it when the situation or when the people are idle, when you see no reactions from your participants, or you see that time which is especially after lunchtime, it is very, very difficult to bring people together. So those particular periods we use icebreakers. It is nothing but breaking the ice. Ice is very solid. We try to break and bring people to an attention, like bringing them into your training session. So where we use these icebreakers. Then comes your energizers. Energizers, you know that energy, it is energy giving. So like you can give some jokes, you play some jokes, or ask someone from your participants to give a small talk, or just make everybody involved in that, or just to reactivate. So just to rejuvenate people. So we use energizers. You should know. I think there are few classes in your TTW also, like what is the brainstorming, where you apply your brainstorming sessions, and what are icebreakers, how you can apply icebreakers, the energizers, all these things are going to be there in the, these are all some of the topics which are given in our TTW program. Then comes group discussions where you will give some topics to be discussed. Then comes role play. We give a one particular event to be role played by the participants. So these things, keep it in mind. Then case study. You can give a past event as a case study. So you divide the participants into groups. They will go make a study over the case. They'll come back and present themselves. So these are all few activities through which our session or our title or our training is achieved. So you keep all these things in your mind, because when you are going to make a document, we are going to put all these things in our documents, or we are going to use these activities in our presentations. Then comes oral tools. Oral tools. What are oral tools? See, when we speak, when you want to stress a particular point, you use anecdotes. Anecdotes are nothing but small events, a small story related to you in person, or something which will be valuable for the participants. So here it's a small incident. Anecdotes are nothing but small incident. When you train people or when you present something, you can use these anecdotes as oral tools. So people will remember, okay, when you talk about a small incident of your personal experience, that will remain in their minds for quite some time in understanding the concept which you are speaking about. Then you can use some quotes also. You have lots of quotes nowadays. When you go into the Google, you just type leadership skill quotes, and you get just a big list of quotes. So you can use it as references. So even I've seen some of, I think when we were learning our LLC courses, we have seen many people have used these quotes to just remind us, or just to bring us into the content. Then you can also use some historical incidents. When you prepare your document, when you are going to speak about one particular heading or one particular subheading, you can also quote some historical incidents, and you can also use some data. These data, for example, COVID-19, right from last March 19, last year March, every month this has increased so much, and now it has started coming low. Like, you can give data. Also in a training program, sometimes this data will come in handy. So you must know you can use these oral tools also in your training programs. Then visual aids. Visual aids or visual tools, we call it. PPT. Why PPT is shown here as visual aid? See, our general problem is we solely go with our PPT. We keep this PPT as our document. PPT is not our document. It's just a visual aid. Nowadays, most of the presenters or most of the trainers have become addicted to the PPT. What will happen generally? I've seen, like, I'd been to one of the training programs, and everything was set. We set everything. The laptop was ready. Our projectors were ready. Everything was ready. So we expected the whole program is going to be wonderful. Suddenly what happened? There was a heavy power breakdown. The transformer, which was near to our training area, just blasted before we started. That's it. There were 5 trainers. All were hung because PPT could not be used. The LCD projector was not working at all. So here, for a trainer, PPT is just an aid. It's a tool. You should not totally depend upon the PPT alone. We do all mimics in our PPTs. We just bring it in, bring it out, then we show all sorts of things in the PPT. That is wonderful. That is okay. But don't completely rely upon PPTs alone. As a trainer, you must keep everything here. Everything should be in the mind. So that's why we prepare the document. That is why it's a mind map. It is a road map. You must have the document which is in front of you inside your mind. So where to use the PPT, where your PPT will support your training session. So also handouts. Handouts are nothing but printed forms. Those days it was in use. Even sometimes when we try to insist, or when we try to make the people carry some evidence or carry some kind of things in their hands, you can just give handouts. So handouts will be helpful for you, because handouts will be having some recorded or already printed form of your points. So one particular even training session when I was there, it was about rain harvesting. So the particular trainer, he made a handout. It was in a printed form, like how you can store or how you can harvest rain. So he made a printout and he gave it to all the participants. That was really wonderful. Like even now I carry that handout. So you can use those handouts also as a trainer to stress your points. Then the third one is questionnaires. Generally, you have questions. Even when we ask, actually, after the LLC course, you had some 60 questions from our GLT coordinator, multiple choice question. Yes, multiple choice questions, then you started answering. So something like that. So as a trainer, you can also adopt this particular style of aids, which will help the participants understanding your concept or understanding your training purpose. Then also as visual aids, you can show photos, audios, for example, public speaking and all that things, like somebody has a very good voice. If you don't get their videos, you can use audio and also videos, appropriate videos. Somebody will be, you'll find nowadays PPTs of, they have all those facilities. Like you can incorporate videos directly inside the PPT. So videos can be used, graphs, they will all come in handy. Always don't depend on the PPT. So graphs can also be put in the PPT. So audios can be put in the PPT. Videos can be put in the PPT. Photos can be put in the PPT, right? So charts, like you can to make the participant understand, you give charts, you use data through chart form. So this will all be helpful to you when you are making the document. So keep all these things in your mind. Now going to the actual part of it, how a document will be. That is, this is a designed document. Now, what all the things we have seen so far, how this is put in the document, how this is incorporated in the document. Now, just see this, watch this. Number one is serial number. I've tried to cover the 1, 2, 3, the main components. That is your title, then comes your body, then the conclusion. These are 3 points which are really essential. Based on that, number one is title. Now you are going to decide the title, what type of title we are going to use, which will have headings, subheadings, lists, and bullets. So you may have different headings. For example, there will be 5 points or 5 topics, subtopics which you want to discuss. So you can have 5 of them. Here I just put it for your just understanding only. It depends upon your time. It depends upon your preparation. It depends upon the training need. So you may have, here I mentioned 3, it can be 5, it can be 10 up according to your decision. So here I've shown first point carries a subheading and a list or bullet. Then the second one also carries one subheadings and bullet points. The third one, it doesn't have any lists or bullets. So it depends, like you can design your own document. Then comes the activity. We have already seen that the learning activities. Here, to give a title, I don't think you need any activity. To explain about your title, that is going to be just a small one, which I don't think you need you don't need activity. Okay, but the tools you're going to use can be an anecdote. You relate your title with the anecdotes, or the incident which you want to talk, you can connect it with the title. So generally, the title should be for just 5 minutes. I've given the time also here. We have allotted time for 40 minutes program. As a trainer, when you're going to present, if they tell you 40 minutes, if the time given is 40 minutes, you have to plan like this. So here you will have 5 minutes only for the topic. I've seen people they linger around on the title for 10 to 15 minutes, losing all the other points which have to be which has to be discussed at later stage. So you must have clear picture of how much time I should use it for my title. So here you can use anecdotes, you can use quotes. The tools can be anything. I've given a list of tools which can be used. One is oral tools. The other one is, hello? I mentioned two. Okay. Yeah, see, the title is basically the introduction. You are introducing your title or the topic to the participants so that they all come with an understanding. They all will be prepared mentally that, okay, this guy is going to give me a training on this topic. So you introduce. So it is not like introducing yourself. Sometimes I've seen some of the trainers, they do this mistake. They keep on telling their own history. Like I was in 1947, I was like this. And in 1963, one of my colleague was like this. This is not required. You be precise when you are going to give an idea to the participants. Give it very clearly that this is what the title is all about. So you spend just 5 minutes for it. You may use, as I told you, anecdotes and quotes or anything which will make the participants more involved. It will be a little more interesting for the participants. Okay, now comes number two, headings. Here, number one, heading. That is, headings can be, for example, I still remember, I hope some of you have participated in my presentation, that is council chairperson. I gave the title as council chairperson, followed by the headings, that is roles of a council chairperson. That had some keynotes as subheadings. This can be in the list bullet form or in the list form. So here you can give a brainstorming session. You can ask the participant to have a discussion or just a brainstorm based on the headings you have given. Now the tools which you are going to use. Generally, we show the headings in our PPT. Roles, that will come in the PPT. So here, PPT will support you as a tool. Then it can be in the questionnaire form. You can ask, giving a heading, you can ask the participants with the questionnaire so that they answer and they come with a final idea. So you can use 10 minutes for the first heading or the subheading. Number two, that B1. Here you can have subheadings under, you can have lists or bullets. Don't put lists and bullets together. You know the rule, 6 by 6 and 2 by 2. Is anyone aware of it? Say yes, sir. Yes, good. Good. Right. So, there can be only 2 fonts in a PPT. I think when the PPT presentation comes, they will tell you this particular, this is one kind of unwritten rule, like 6 by 6 and 2 by 2. Only 2 fonts can be used, and there can be just not more than six lines in a PPT slide. So likewise, so 6 words will be there in the slide in one sentence. So this and all they will be discussing in the future course. So now I just wanted to bring you a small understanding about what is it all about. Right now, number 2, you use either list or bullet. Don't bring both together. This can be either list or bullets. Then group discussion. Activities, I already told you, there are some learning activities. So take any of them. You can either have a role play or you can bring a case study, anything related to the heading or what you want to say. So you can bring an activity here as group discussion. Then here, the tools which we use for group discussion, you can use the tools like case study or a role play, right? Then you can allot 10 minutes for it. See that as a trainer, you have to be the time manager. Be very strict with the time. So even if you have a special guest among you, just he is going to take another couple of minutes, 3 minutes, it's okay. But as a trainer, make it very clear that everyone should stick with the timings. Then only, like you have 40 minutes, that's it. If you keep talking more than that, that's it. Your message is not going to go inside anybody's brain. As we all know, 8 minutes utter stretch, 8 minutes one can receive, or the mind is ready. It'll keep taking inputs. After the 8th minute, it generally goes for a small break by itself, either in the form of small diversions, like we just move around, then we take a cup of tea, or we just drink some coffee, or we just nod, or we look into the neighbor's notebook, what he has written, and all those things. So our brain continuously can observe for 8 minutes only. So stick to the time. Then the third one, here I didn't give any lists or bullets. Depends. Like you may not need a list or bullet points. So here you mention the heading, then go with the activity. You feel that there is no use of any activity, but you only need a tool. Through the PPT, showing a video will suffice your heading or your content. So here I've mentioned as tools under the video, and PPT under the tools. Right here, you can give 10 minutes for. Now the third point, that is conclusion, the summary. There is whatever you spoke or whatever you have given them as training, you have to summarize. This is very, very important as you started. As how important you gave to the title, the same importance should be given to the conclusion also. It is nothing but summarizing the events, bringing again, refreshing, or just bringing them back with whatever you have taught them. So here you can kind of end it with a quote or some kind of activity which may help them. So that also 5 minutes. So don't keep taking more time in summarizing your events. Don't again keep repeating the whole story which you have been talking, which you have been doing it for quite 40 minutes, almost 30 minutes. So you must stick on to the time. Here I hope you have understood. This will be the day before your presentation, the day before your training program. You will have in your hands, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what my plan is. You can just change it according to your need, but this is the basic structure. So once you have this in the hand, we hear headings, I put headings, but you have to actually put what is your heading, what you want to say. Now, after preparing this, you can put it, PPT. You take this heading, subheadings, list or bullets and prepare your PPT. Then by the end of your session, you will be definitely damn sure, yeah, you did your work. So this should be in your mind also. So even if you don't have a hard copy, the entire document should be in your mind, so that when you keep doing one by one, like, as a trainer, you may give 5 minutes break. You can include all those things also. Here, we conduct virtual meetings. That's why we keep on continuously talking for almost 1.5 hours. We are just trying to train the people for continuous 1.5 hours. But this will not be okay when you have a physical gathering. So where you need to give little break every 10 minutes or 5 minutes in the form of group discussion or in the form of brainstorming. All these things you can put it. So a common document design is this. Now, the topic, you remember the other day, Lakshmi was discussing with us about the PowerPoint presentation. What was the topic? What was the topic? Sir, I think it was yesterday. She was training us slide by slide how to bring in all those titles. Please chat, sir. What was the title she gave? Good. About Hyderabad tour, visit to Hyderabad. Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Yeah, it is about Hyderabad. Right. Now your title is Hyderabad. Your title is Hyderabad. Got it? Now the people sitting in participants, please note this. Hyderabad is your title. Now I'm giving you 5 minutes. You are going to prepare a document now using this particular structure. Title is Hyderabad. Now you will keep on giving what all the things I have mentioned in this document, designed document. The same way you are going to prepare and keep it ready in your paper. Any doubts? Before you start, any doubts? Sir, you can unmute, sir. Krishna Reddy, sir. Hello?
I'm doing, sir. I'm doing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Participants, you can unmute and talk.
Do you need any clarification? Trainers? Hello, my dear trainers. Say yes. Hello?
Standing.
Sir, please don't start. Please don't start. Let me tell you when to start. I'm going to fix the time again. As a trainer, we must really stick on to the time. Right. Now, any doubts, especially in preparing the document? Anyone has any doubt?
We have to prepare in physically, sir, here in our
Now
books.
you have to, as I told you in the beginning, that you will be having a pen and a piece of paper. Now you will use this document design. You mark the title as Hyderabad and you will give A, B, C, D, E. I think there were 5 points. So just go ahead, start doing it and finish it. Just in 5 minutes time, you have to show it physically over your laptops or your mobiles. I'm observing, sir. Start now, sir. Please go ahead. Coordinator, sir, the first 5 raised hands will present their documents.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first 5 who have completed will raise their hands. They will raise their hands through the chat. So you can give them chance.
From the reaction button, you.
Yes, sir. Just observe whoever has finished it first.
Done, sir. Finish.
Okay.
Surya,
Okay.
yes, sir. Wonderful. Just keep their names written one by
Already
one.
sent in the chat box.
Kindly note down their names, sir, so that we can watch. Just first 5 of them.
And already sent in the chat box.
Wonderful, sir. But you are going to discuss now. I'm giving you 2
Sure.
minutes to discuss about it. Yeah, just hold on, sir.
Done.
Another
Done.
3 minutes are left. Another 3 minutes are left. Yeah, last 2 minutes. Rajeshwari has done it, it seems. Make it short, sir. Make it little short. Okay, okay, I think the time is up, sir. The time is up. I hope you are all ready, sir, with the documents in your hands. Now, if you have these documents in your hands before the start of the training or before you speak, do you think this will help you? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Surely.
100%. This will definitely help you. You know, you will have a clear picture of what you are going to do. It's something like my direction is this. I start from here. I'm going to end here. So this document will be very, very handy, especially for trainers like us. I believe all of you are trainers. So always before you go and present or before you go conduct a training program, make sure you have this particular document in your hand all the time. You can also keep it as a record for the future reference. Just keep it in a folder, keep it all the time. But since you have the laptops or computers nowadays, make this and keep it, put the date and keep it. This is going to be a good reference for you in the future also. And also this can help people to prepare their own training sessions, their own program. So I hope this has really helped you. Now, the first one will start presenting, show the document in front of his camera. Then he will explain one by one so that others can just follow. Since there is limited time for us, we will have just a couple of minutes for each presenter. That is going to be 5 only, first 5 only. Shall we start, sir?
Yes, Surya Prakash, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready, sir.
Surya
Yeah, whatever
Prakash,
you-
sir, unmute and let him show the preparation. Let him show the preparation in front of the camera and keep talking about it, what he did.
Is here. The title is Hyderabad.
Show it,
You
sir.
show
Show
the
it, sir.
paper.
No problem, no problem. Even if it is not properly tabulated and all, don't worry. Just show what you have done. No worries, sir.
No. You have to write it on the paper. Paper should be there.
Yes.
Only no, I already posted in the chat box, sir, please.
Anyway,
No,
no worries, sir. No worries. Just show it, sir. No problem, sir. Don't worry, sir. We are all
Yeah,
trainers. We are learning. We are learning.
I
Don't
do-
worry. Show it to us.
Have you written on the paper or not?
That is what I put it in the chat box, sir.
No, have you written it on the paper or not?
See, myself, I
Yeah, I
did.
think
Okay. Let him do it again. He's going to
Okay,
show
okay.
some more.
Yeah,
The second person,
that's
sir.
what is
Myself, I did.
required. Yes,
The
that's
second one.
correct. That is required now.
Yeah,
Sir, it
second one.
cannot be clear, sir, on the camera.
No, doesn't matter.
I will tell you what I've done it now.
No,
No,
whether it is-
Surya Prakash, sir. Another 2
Sir
minutes
is
you can
asking
take
whether it is
just
written or
mark
not,
it.
that's all. Okay, very nice, very nice. Good.
Second one, show, sir. Please show, sir. We are not able to see. I'm not able to see.
Okay.
Who is showing, sir? Sir,
No,
closer
sir.
to the camera, sir. Closer to the camera and please read it out, sir.
Sir, can I, sir?
Yeah.
Now, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Sir, very good evening. The title is Cyclone, head title is Taute. And then coming to the sub heading is, what is the speed of the Taute, that is the cyclone? This bullet, where and all it occurred, that Goa, Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, etc. Case study is the Taute cyclone. And then coming to the conclusion is, how to prepare, how to save, how to be foreseeing the cyclone. Thank you.
Right. What are the tools? What are the tools you used it, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, Pramod, sir. What are the tools and learning
Sir.
activities you are used?
Okay,
Pictures.
learning activities. Sir,
Yeah,
the
to
learning
understand your point.
activity is learning activity is to how to overcome this future cyclones. What are the tools
No.
required?
What are the tools?
What are the measures? 1 second here. Let me complete it. Don't be a master. Let me complete. He is a master. He will reply to me. Wait. So
Okay,
this is what I felt, what I understood.
Yes, sir. Sir, Sir Iyengar, sir. Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now here, based on our document, that point can be done in the form of brainstorm or in the form of group discussion. That is
Okay.
one of the learning acts.
That is what.
Now, how you are going to discuss this? How you are going to make your participants understand this through which activity?
Okay. This will be one of the documentation where in the future case study, the tools will come out and speak about the cyclone, and then take the precautions how to overcome this cyclone in future course of action.
No, no.
Okay, sir. Next one, sir. Good, sir. Thank you.
Sir, can I? Rajkumar.
Yeah, show your preparations, sir, please. Yeah, is it wonderful, wonderful, sir. Now please go ahead. Keep talking about it, sir. Please explain, sir.
Title is Hyderabad, sir.
Yeah.
And Hyderabad, it is we all are known as the capital city of the Telangana state. And the subtitle is, but it was historical story behind it. And I used it as a listing bullets based on case study. This city has built by Golgan Nawaz, ruled by so many kings and at last Nizams. It is a special Samsthanam till 1948. It has many visiting locations in and around the city. And nowadays, it is the IT hub for our India. And last conclusion of summary, the Hyderabad is technically, historically, and knowledgeable city in our India.
Wonderful,
is-
sir. Wonderful, sir. Wonderful, sir. Now, see what all the learning activities you applied. What all the learning activities through which your points will be observed or will be taken by the participants. Do you understand my questions? See, when you specify your point,
Yeah.
you want the participants to understand through a learning activity. What kind of activity will be suitable for you, particularly that point to be discussed or understood by the participant? What kind of learning activity you have specified?
I specified about the Hyderabad history and nowadays it's what type of going on Hyderabad, like that, sir.
That is okay. That is
With
okay,
simply,
sir.
with simply.
Yeah. What is the activity? What is the activity through which you hope your participants will understand?
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకు వేరే టూల్స్ లేవు కదా సార్ ఇప్పుడైతే
Can
ఓన్లీ
be a group discussion. Can it be a group discussion? Can that be a brainstorming over that particular point?
సో brainstorming. I want to brainstorming, sir.
Oh, wonderful, sir. But then the other one is tools. What kind of tool you will be using? For that particular point, you said brainstorming you're going to apply.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you require a tool? This can be PPT or this can be questionnaire or this can be a handout. What kind of tool you're going to use?
One is the printed manual and second one is last questionnaire.
Beautiful, sir. Wonderful, sir. Thank you. Good job, sir. Good job. Very good job.
Thank you, sir.
Third one, sir. Third one. Who is third, sir? Yeah, please go ahead. Rajeshwari, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. Okay. Please go ahead, ma'am.
So, this title is Hyderabad and headings. Hello.
Yeah. You're audible.
Okay,
You're
sir.
audible.
So, Hyderabad, why Hyderabad is famous for? Okay. First is climate. The Hyderabad climate is compared to other states, climate is very good and people can stay happily and unity of diversity. Because here the different people from the different states they stays here, but they won't find any kind of difference. Okay, and if the software companies here, so many job opportunities are there. Then Hyderabad is famous for pearls, and Hyderabadi biryani is also famous. So these are the points, these headings and subheadings I have listed, sir. These are the bullets point. Why the Hyderabad is famous, sir.
Okay. What is the tools, learning activity? you
And
use?
for tools, sir, this small stories, sir.
Okay.
Just only the thing is why I'm settled in Hyderabad. So that can be a small story? Can we add in the?
Yeah, please go ahead.
And even the small video about the Hyderabad city, which
Beautiful.
yeah.
Good. Yes, sir. Okay, next participant, please. Next participant. Who is next, sir?
Good evening.
Yeah.
Bhargav Raja.
No.
Atlas Sakendra garu.
Okay, proceed.
Sir, good evening, sir. Very good evening. Hyderabad, the title is Hyderabad. In my perspective, Hyderabad, I am looking in 4 different stages, sir. The title is Hyderabad, subtitle is History of Hyderabad. I made the subtitle as History of Hyderabad. And in the History of Hyderabad subtitle, I made bullet points like Nizam rules. Nizam rule, after Nizam rule of Hyderabad, and contemporary Hyderabad. So these are 3-4 points I made as a bullet points.
Excellent.
And after, in conclusion, how Hyderabad is in developed in industrial IT sector, industrial sector, and another one is pharma sector. So overall history of Hyderabad, in my training session, I will explain all these points to the students. So for that, I made 3 different bullet points. One is I made it very clear. One is Nizam rules, after Nizam rules, and contemporary Hyderabad. That's it. And for I will use various tools like PPT presentations and brainstorming and group discussions also for how Hyderabad situation is at this moment.
Okay.
So,
Excellent, sir. Very good, sir. How much time you gave for your conclusion? Time allotted.
5 minutes.
allotted.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. Conclusion is summary only.
Beautiful, sir. You understood the concept of the document. So I appreciate you. Wonderful.
Thank
Next,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Finish it, sir.
That's it.
That's it. That's all. Time up now.
Okay. Good. Very good. Now, you all shared your Surya Prakash, sir. Are you ready?
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Are you ready, sir?
Can I, sir?
Yeah. Please.
No, sir, time is not there, sir. Now time up it is.
Okay.
You have exceeded-
Okay. Then we will
10
conclude,
minutes.
sir. We will
Okay.
finish it.
No problem, sir. No problem.
Right, sir. Now, just to put everything in nutshell, a document, as we already told, it will have components, activities, tools, and time. This is very, very basic, important, which you will be having in your document. See, given the topic as Hyderabad, you had 5 places like Golconda was there, Charminar was there. You were discussing about all the 5 important places when Lakshmi was preparing yesterday. So all those things can be headings A, B, C, D, E, F. All these 5 points can be Golconda Fort, Charminar. Then comes what are the lakes? I exactly don't remember those 5 points. So those can be your headings, and based on the headings, you explain your title. Especially, for example, Golconda Fort, you give 5 bullet points or lists. So you have an activity for it. Then what are the type of tools you are going to use? This is how you are going to make a document finally. So as trainers, you have to prepare, be familiar with a way of preparing your documents. Keep on trying, take the topic and just apply these basic concepts.